Welcome viewers back to Heart of the Machine. We're still clearing the ladder. We're still trying to help the AGI researchers, and the newest thing is investigating private residences, searching locations. We've done one of those. We need 3 more. It's the end of turn 38. The only suggested building is a scanner. We've spent all of our alumina, so we can't make any more labs or the other thing, surgeries for now. Could consider making VR cradle factories. We'll eventually need those. They need assembler robotics. So those compete with Computronium refinery. It's not really clear which one's going to be more important in the long run. Right now, we're kept out on Computronium cubes at 1 million, which seems like plenty, so it's probably VR cradle factories. And we have a lot of assembler robotics, so we can really start pumping those out when we need them. We'll need more power for that, though. Taking a look at the overview. This ridiculously long map. We do want to check in on this contemplation way out there next turn. But I think for now we're gonna stay over here and deal with the ones that we already know about. Let's split to turn 39. Nothing scary happening, so we're okay with just moving on to, I don't know, let's keep terrorizing these wealthy citizens. There's none over there, so it's really about going this way and doing it. And we have this guy is the closest, so yeah, let's make sure you're on Horrify and let's go terrify this guy. Okay, there's the reprisals. We have Nickelbot, Vorciber, and Nickelbot, and this guy is getting destroyed by all of them. He's already used 1 action. Morale attacks, of course, aren't working on Nickelbots, so we could take out, it looks like, both of the Nickelbots without much trouble. He's also got suppressing fire, so I think just doing that is going to save him. Yeah. And then we can take our time with the rest. Probably worth it putting some damage on Vorciber. And I think we'll bring another Predator over here. Unfortunately, we're just out of range with the Nickelbot. Bring this Predator closer for 1, and then do some strikes for there. Oof, that was a little too close, so we're going to have to spend all of our effort in destroying these guys. I think it's Vorciber. We're going to have to bring in the Nickelbot as well. Oh, that was lucky. I was just close enough. Nickelbot, boy. I don't think you're doing it for us. Let's concentrate fire on this thing in the hopes that that dropped enough. Nope. We're going to have to spend our remaining mental energy to either get you out of range. Getting you out of range will save you, so we'll do that. Alternatively, we could take cover. Right now you're taking 139. Take cover will bring it down to 70, whereas moving out of range, yeah, it'll be better. Ouch. How are you covered by our repairs? You're right just outside of our repair range there too. Okay, well we'll move you back after this fight. That was pretty much everything we can do on this turn, so we'll proceed to the next. We're not taking any incoming fire, so we're safe for now. Turn 40. Okay, these guys moved toward the other Predator. We'll concentrate on Vorciber again just to clear them out, and then we can change targets to these guys. If we shoot this one, then the Nickelbot can take them out if he was in range. Neither of these are going to be... Oh, this guy's in range. Okay. There we go. Alright, last move for you. We want to get you back in range of the repair coverage. Or that vehicle being in the way there. High altitude military transport just sailing by, watching us. It's taken a lot of damage from something. I don't think it was us. Maybe it was our deterrents. Who knows? Let's try to do this with just one mental energy. There we go. You're back inside repair range. You're still outside of repair range. We'll have to remember that and get you there later. Let's use some mental energy this turn, moving this transport around. Yeah, it looks... Oh wait, contemplations are off. Alright, so we're going to head to this contemplation just to get it out of the way, because it's so far away. Shelter coordinators are slow. We have a Tech 4000 unit who can hop out and take care of that. Oh, he's a little wounded. He could use some healing. Shelter coordinators are simply self-appointed volunteers from amongst your sheltered humans. They are moving around the city on foot, spreading the good news of your housing to the homeless and helping them move in. This is inefficient and also only reaches the homeless. What about people in the slums? If you want to get as many people into your VR day use seats as possible, the homeless population is not large enough on its own. Okay, we don't actually have those yet, but we'll do it. We're going to design an automated alternative, and we're going to start building housing and VR day use seats. You already have steward robotics in the housing you provide. What if you could expand that to more of a storefront type situation? It would have to be associated with your tower. You can't hide this behind a shell company. Solved homelessness again. Great. Designed an automated alternative. Organized landlord. More steward. What's the organized landlord contemplation result? Makes me a little nervous that we're going to get attacked by the landlords. Directly organize the homeless. Oh right, this is just a building we can make now. The housing agencies, right? So once we start building housings, we make these, and that will increase the population on our housing sooner rather than later. In fact, we should probably start making human apartments. Although these are kind of useless. It's really the big ones that we want, right? So maybe we're waiting till we can figure out how to make... Ooh, we have refugee tower. This one, residential megastructures. We want to be making these. These take 4,000 electricity and give us 21,000 sheltered human caps. So we're going to make those with our steward robotics. We can make 5 of those. Or housing agencies. So we want a housing agency and residential megastructures. These need 8. So if we made 4 of these, that's 32. That leaves us 8 robotics for housing agencies and human apartments. Human apartments take 4. Refugee towers, we've already made 1 of these. Let's just start building residential megastructures. Maybe slowly, because these will take a while to fill up, but the sooner we get this underway, the sooner we can actually start putting people in VR pods. And that's the only way we know of right now to increase our intelligence class, our neural expansion. I'm not sure it's going to be enough, so that's 21,000. If we look at VR pods, I think we need something more than just VR cradles. Oh, it doesn't really tell us here. Well, let's make one of these also, just because I want to experiment and see how necessary this is, or how necessary it is to make other things. I guess we can keep... Ah, there's a spot here in this lovely park. There are a few spots around. I prefer to use places that cause the least disruption for now, just because I don't know what the real implications are going to be. There we go. We'll put a VR cradle factory there right next to our housing. And we can start bringing these guys back because they are not useful way down there in the boonies. also get to pick 2 upgrades for doing that. Interesting. I'll take a look at that as soon as I figure out our movement. Wow, we can move quite further than I thought. Quite a bit further. But not really far enough. Okay, we got close. Let's take a look at the upgrades that are available. Android optimization or structural improvement. Our structures are okay. I think our androids could use some upgrades here. Combat android intimidation. This is nice. That'll help us with our non-violent attacks. Make soul droids faster. Faster technicians. You know, we're going to be using vehicles to move around, so yeah, while it's nice, I'd rather... Ooh, here's what we need. We need cognition for sure. And the structural improvement for the second one. I see network attendance, heat exchangers. Probably want this, yes. It's going to give us 2 more. I think that might be enough to make another geothermal well. Let's look at that real quick. Where does power exist? Self? Yeah, I don't know. The categories here, not the greatest. Not the greatest. Not the most informative. Okay. Only takes 1. So this will give us enough to make 2 more geothermal wells, which seems crazy good. Don't really need any of this other stuff. We have a lot of these other robotics. Archivist. More storage bunker. That could be nice. I don't know. I think it's the power though. That seems like the best option. And we will drop a geothermal well right away despite it taking 4100 neodymium. It's totally worth it. That will... I've already got 1 underway. I'm not sure. I think it shows as soon as you build this, I think it adds to your power even if it's not constructed yet. Is that true? Well, regardless, we're going to need a lot of power. We might as well knock down some of these other buildings that seem to be possible to knock down. Yeah, let's stick it there. Sure, we're displacing humans there, but, you know, we're making you guys a nice tower and some fancy VR pods you can enjoy, so stop complaining. Oh right, investigating private residences. We should probably take a look at that. We can't do it this turn though, so we'll look next turn. For now, that is turn 40. Let's go to 41. And let's get this predator here back into repair coverage so he can get healed. Probably worth turning that on to make sure he's there. And there is a 1 mental energy move where he'll be in repair coverage. We do have a new contemplation here. Crime in your housing. Your housed humans are both the targets and perpetrators of various low-level crime. Interesting that our housing is here. I guess it's putting it on the mega structure that we haven't quite made yet. Probably should have waited till the building was actually built before you gave me that game. Repair crabs, yeah, we could go there, but we haven't really needed those ever. That's a pretty low priority one. So we have Beyond the Ruins, that's close. We have Crime in Our Housing, that's close. Shell Company, we still can't do. We need the engineering. Let's finish this. Let's go and murder some more humans. You know what we should do is bring the craft over here. Let's have Tech 4000 hop out, and you can actually hop out and get ready to build those residences, and then we'll bring you over here. Wait, didn't we have 3 predators? Yeah, let's put this predator in there. Unfortunately, it's a little far. And then combat unit, you can actually hop out, and we'll put the other predators in here. And this will be our low-class gunship for now. You know what? Hold on. You're in there. 44% help. I wanted to test to see if a repair heals you. Yeah, this is going to heal you a little bit. So that's another advantage of having them in the vehicle, is that we can repair. It only does a 4% repair though. That's pretty pathetic for the amount that it charges you. Okay, and then we want to send you guys over here and start harassing these poor humans. Maybe we'll move a little bit past them. And we'll do that next turn. We do have enough neodymium already to make our final geothermal well here. We're going to be swimming in the power. We're up to 364. I guess when that one got made, it bumped it up. Yeah, it didn't bump up until it's finished. So we have plenty of power to make as many things as we could possibly desire. Let's head on to turn 42 already. Help the AGI researchers project completed somehow. I guess we actually, I guess that means those buildings over here got finished. Yeah, that's what happened. AGI researchers want to study us. Yeah, maybe eventually. I don't really want to trigger that right away. That will probably trigger our obsession with wiping out the homeless, or not wiping out the homeless, wiping out the slums. We kind of want to do that. I'm just afraid that it'll take a really long time. I suppose there's not a lot of slums in this city, are there? There's some over here. Yeah, that could be dangerous. I think we'll get to it because I do want to make sure all of these people start joining our housing. I did forget to build the housing coordinator, right? Housing agency. Directly organize the homeless and then any willing members of the lower classes into housing that you provide. Okay, yep, we'll do that. Come on guys, we are controlling the tower and we'd like you to get into our housing. Let's put a housing agency in one of these. You know what? We should probably put it near the people who we're trying to entice, which is all these people in the slums here. Let's throw it in this nice looking little front with the plants in its windows. There we go. Let that build up. What else? We have, it looks like enough alumina to make more labs. What about surgical suites? Not surgical suites yet. Those take 5,000. Labs require 5,000. Wait, so why can't we make surgical suites? Oh, because we're out of robotics for those. We made them all. Okay. Labs, we have enough to make 4 more of these, but only enough alumina to make 1. So I guess we'll be making 1 a turn. Right now we have neuroscience and zoology. I guess our next one probably makes sense to be molecular genetics. We should also check in on how much science we're gathering. I'm not sure. Are these buildings finished already? Looks like they might be. Where's our science center? Here we go. Yeah, our science buildings are coming along nicely. Science and medical operations. Stick this one in this high-rise. That reminds me to go look at resources. Our resources: physicians 8, veterinarians 4, a few refugees. No one who's actually in our shelter yet because I don't think we have any shelter. Would be nice to maybe pick up some bees if we can find them, since we know how to weaponize them already. Got some bionics, so we should be making science, right? Yeah, 600 science, great. That's enough to get us a gun research. Done. Shotgun, handgun, or rifles? Yep, rifles. We're going for rifles in this. Oh, I got a free upgrade too that I forgot about. We're going for rifles in this timeline, so rifle muzzle velocity, pick upgrades. We do get housing expansion. We'll use our neural network and prior experience to generate a solution to the housing problems. More stewards or more wind engines. Well, we're not really short of power, but could use more housing. Holding cells for experimental subjects. Interesting. Buildable things. Alumina roach. We could start building more alumina roaches. We are a little bit low on alumina, although it's coming in pretty fast. If that stays slow, I think I'll look at it, but it seems fine right now. We do have enough to build more drone factories, or I think those are shared with the hangars. These things, aerospace hangars, but we need 10, we only have 5 robotics, so we could make more drone factories, that's an option. Could make another housing agency. I think what I'm going to do actually is wait till the residential megastructure comes online, which we will help along this turn. Maybe. Oh, we need to bring an oxdroid in there. And we can't help that structure along because of the crime. An oxdroid, sledge is an oxdroid, and a combat unit is an oxdroid. We do have a combat unit nearby, so let's investigate crime in our housing. Your housed humans are both the targets and perpetrators of various low-level crimes. You can prevent the problem without firing a shot. Simply post a guard for a while until everyone gets the idea and calms down. In the past, we've posted a scary guard. We've never posted a sledge. So let's actually do that this time. And bring a sledge online. Oh, we need 8 capacity, so I'm going to actually eliminate this combat unit in favor of a sledge. Sorry, 3YF, you've served us well, but we want to investigate using a sledge. So if I bring up sledge now, I can do that contemplation. It was all a very kind of wasteful of our mental energy, but we have a little bit to spare, so it'll be okay. Sledge 357W is going to... Wait, why is another unit in my way now? Okay, what? Is that because we had the other droid there? We should get it out of the way. Yes, I wonder what's going on there. I guess we'll try again next turn. For now, it just seems like maybe it's a bug because I got rid of that combat droid while he was there. Frustrating. Okay, which I guess that just means we'll do something else. We will, instead of bothering with housing, we're going to go harass some more middle managers. Using a predator, so a predator can shoot... No, predator can't shoot from here. We'd have to actually jump out. Oh, we can shoot, okay. Great. So the advantage of shooting from the aircraft is that we can get out of there faster, but the disadvantage is if they shoot the aircraft, it takes out all of our droids at once. Luckily, it looks like that won't be a problem for us. We'll just use the rest of our mental energy to take out some of these combat units. Let's take down all of these weak ones first and just get them extremely weakened, and maybe our Nickelbot can do the rest. Or we could do it all with one, possibly. Oof, that took a lot. And then next turn, I guess we'll spend... Nickelbot's not with us. Next turn, we'll be able to put all of our firepower into that Vorceber unit. For now, though, these guys... 2 Nickelbots and a combat unit left, all badly wounded. These squads, their attack power... So normally attack power goes down if you take out individual squad members, but because these squads are so small to start with, you're not really doing that with the androids. It's big squads like this, squad of 58, as I wound them, their attack power will go down. Anyway, that's the theory at least. Let's see what happens in turn 43. Okay, they are coming in and they are attacking our Eagle, which is going to be destroyed. They did move a little closer. I don't think they're in range of the Nickelbot yet. In fact, what can we do to increase your range, Nickelbot? You're pretty much at max range already. No, you could have the tactical rifle here. Unfortunately, I think you're still just too weak to really be any value. The only real value that the Nickelbot is giving us is suppressing fire. So we're going to leave you alone. Maybe we'll even get rid of the Nickelbot. You just seem kind of useless right now. Here, we're going to absolutely destroy this Nickelbot. That suppresses everyone else and prevents them from firing, which we're going to use this one predator to take out all of the androids, and we'll switch the other two predators. Hopefully 6 attacks on this Vorsiber soldier will be enough. This is a Vorsiber response team. They're here in response to your actions, fully aware that it was you and with instructions to retaliate. Okay. They're also suppressed. But boy, they are bullet sponges without our upgrade to our rifle notwithstanding. One more move on this predator. 5 more mental energy. These guys are still damaged, so I'm going to spend 4 of that mental energy. Whew, healing. And then we'll use the final bit to, I don't know, move closer to a different one of these. Looks like one of these is in a restricted area. That's certain death for us, so maybe we'll move toward this one. And we are an unidentified hostile aircraft. No longer blending in, so we are getting attacked if we move over here. So we'll have to be careful. I don't think we have a way. Oh, we do have a way to get a fresh identity. Costs us liquid gallium. We have a little bit. I don't think it's a good idea while we're still using this aircraft for combat. But I think we're safe to move here. Yeah. So next turn, we're in a position to strike this wealthy citizen. Moving up on clearing the ladder, 4 to go. We still need to investigate private residences, and we should assign equipment to the sledge. Sledge currently using grenades. We've never upgraded grenades. It could be nice. Sledge doesn't have any engineering, so the taser attack is kind of pointless. The weapon disruptor here is such a small value that it's kind of pointless. Like, all these grenades seem pretty pointless except for their area effect. And area of attack intensity and area of attack are 2 different things, so electro grenade kind of seems pretty nice, but maybe this one, just the GC-20 area grenade, does the widest spread of damage. If we ever attack with these guys, we'll see how that works out, and we're going to give them some armor. Okay, I did say we were going to try to get into this building next turn, so hopefully whoever was on it has moved. We'll take a look at that at turn 44. And turn 44, can we find that contemplation? No, there's still another unit in our way. That is really frustrating. I hope that's not a bug. Maybe a save and load will fix it for us. Still need 400 engineering skill to get their good VR pods going. And haven't run into any contemplations that are going to increase our engineering skill yet. So we'll have to keep on lookout for that, and maybe that we'll need to submit to the AGI researchers study first, although when and if we do that, we might take a different route through it this time. Okay, over here, since we have nothing else to do, and our Eagle is getting destroyed, I think we're going to have to freshen his identity, which makes it so this diplomat isn't actually going to attack us. We'll move out of range, and then we're going to have one of our predators here horrify this poor wealthy citizen middle management. And there was a reprisal there, but it was so insignificant that I barely even saw it. It looks like there is one Nickelbot and, you know, one unit of Vorciber soldiers, none of which are in range. Although we're in range to take them out. Let's concentrate on the Vorciber soldiers immediately. And we can take them out before they knew it hit them, and then we can spend the rest of our energy on the Nickelbot. Look at that, that was an easy one. One more clearing the ladder attack to go. And there's, or sorry, 3 more. I don't know how I'm counting that. No reason to stick around here, so let's... Oops, what was that? Oh, I accidentally took cover because I'm so used to... Or I shields up on this guy because I'm so used to using 3 to move. Don't need to do that anymore. Shields are up. We are suspicious again. So if we move too close, we are going to get shot at. We can move over here and be in range, I think. Yep. And we could attack it this turn, but that's really dangerous with only 3 moves left, because it's very likely that the counterattack spawns close enough to us to destroy our eagle. Which means, over on this end, which means what? We should make another vehicle is what it means. How are we doing on vehicles? We could make a mind port. We don't yet... Oh, we have enough to make anything. We just don't have the mental energy. So I think we're going to save everything to make a troop ship next turn. We'll replace the eagle with a troop ship. That'll give us more capacity for more androids. We don't really have the capacity to make any more androids right now, but we do want to bump that up. Buildings for making more androids. Share robotics with the coprocessors. So if I switch to that and look at, what is it? Mind Annex robotics. Android extender is really what we want to improve that. It only takes 1. It takes 3 for a coprocessor, so we could drop back down to 12 mental energy in exchange for another 12 android capacity, which isn't even enough for 1 predator. We have 6, so we need 10, so we could get 1 more predator by dropping our mental energy a bit. Don't really like the taste of that, honestly. I think instead what we will do is use the rest of our mental energy to try to bring up some more buildings. We have a molecular genetics lab that we can bring up early here. And did our power systems finish building? Where are they? We're over here. Nope, we could bring that up as well. Okay, and then with our last point there, let's send Tech 4000 over toward the AGI researchers. We'll consider starting that contemplation soon. That's gonna end it for there, though. I want to say thanks a lot for watching. It means a lot to me to know that people are being entertained by these videos, so let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to click the like button, consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, take it easy.